Good evening, everyone. I'm Bondar JR, Silver Wolf, Ron, and tonight we're going to stream some eveonline. Hopefully, this stream finds you well. Let's go ahead and get switched over. We'll start off with my main. I think I'm going to do some scanning with him. That worked out pretty good yesterday. So, actually, now that I think about it, he's really got to do his PI. So let's do the PI first. Hopefully that won't take long. Making blocks. Actually, they're pretty even, which is great. It really doesn't seem centered. At all. To be perfectly honest. Maybe because it's pulling them out. Alright, I'll take care of that one. $60. 30. The best. But that won't help. $27. Oh, that really sucks. I think it's more than the other one was making, so. $57. Not the best. Yeah, we need all structures here, so. Wait, there's 85 all structures. Oh, we're out of plasmoids. Well, that backfired. So we just suspended plasma. Yeah, it's still not very much, but not routed. So let's create a route. Okay. Submit. And instead of reactive metals, this is going to be plasmolites. I don't think I'll keep 4 of them busy, but yeah, definitely not. Looks like it won't even keep 1 busy. Hate when I do that. Yeah, that's not going to keep those busy, so let's see if we can add some more to it. Oh no, got it all filled up. So yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. So. Alright, so this was 28.7, what is it? 31.2. 29.7. 29.2. 29.3. 2. Yep. Alright. Yeah, that made much difference. Okay. So we'll drop some chiral structures off here. So anyway. So let's switch ships. Go pick that stuff up. So I noticed Jerry Can wasn't here today. It's like the first day in several weeks that Jerry Can wasn't here. So that's kind of... Hope he's okay. He's usually here when I start to stream, so...
Warp drive active.
So we'll go pick all these up, and actually while we're out here, we'll look around and see. So there's 2 we can scan here. Oof, goodness. Huge number of yeah, combat sites. I actually scanned down a combat site last night and was able to do some mining in it, which was kind of nice. It was a frigate site, unfortunately, which was not good. Caused some problems for me hauling the minerals out as well, but it all worked out in the end.
Warp drive active.
It's got 3. So between those two, we can get our 5. So that'll take care of that. And there's 2 more in Kulin if we want them. So, alright, so that's warp to 0.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Oh, there's an abyssal trace right here. Which is interesting. I never saw that before.
Warp drive active.
Never saw that before. I don't make any ISK doing it, so hey Sarah Trace, or Sarah Trace. I don't make any ISK doing it, but I build it to save ISK. I don't spend ISK, so I use all these materials in building my T2 items that I build and then sell. So I save money rather than spend money. So I don't sell them. Oops. So destination. I don't sell the stuff, but I do save money. So yeah. So I probably could sell it. I'd have to look into which ones probably make the most and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I do the builds mostly on this and my alt in order to have materials for what I build. So I build a lot of T2 ships. I build a lot of T2 modules for my own use as well as for sale, and those all require planetary industry. So, but yeah, that's why I do it. I think you can make money because I've actually had to buy some, and that was one of the reasons I kind of started doing it myself. Was it can get expensive. So yeah, my problem is I seem to always be switching them up, and because I'm always changing what I'm building, and the switching them takes a lot of time. As long as you keep running them in the same kind of orientation, they work out pretty good. And I think I've got a pretty good setup now between my alts, and so that's working out well. But yeah, it's when I was just trying to do it, this is my main here. When I was just trying to do it on my main, it really was a lot of changing, and that was not fun. So,
drive active.
But yeah, I've heard people can make money off of it. Like I said, I don't. I just build what I need to do it, and at the moment, they're not building very much, which is kind of frustrating. I think what it is I actually need to move my extractors because they are they've kind of worn out the areas that they're in, and that's causing some problems. So, but I have them in 3 different systems. So in order to get what I needed, I'm mostly doing plasma and lava, and those are a little bit harder. The lava especially is a little harder to find. So I had to spread over 3 different systems. So collecting them up kind of keeps me busy. And that's one I wonder about. I just joined a new corp, so my main character is a 21-year-old. He's 3. This one here that we're on is 4 months younger than Eve is old. So he was created 3 months after Eve went live, and 4 months after Eve went live. And so the corp I was in was a 21-year-old corp that was defunct, and so I just finally gave up on it. I was a director in it, and it had been stripped and everything else. I really wasn't using it as a corp, and I joined a new corp that is in a different area. So I'm probably going to have to relocate everything, which I'm not really looking forward to. But that's kind of one of those. It's nice to be in a corp that actually has some activity. So I was used to listening to myself talk all the time, and that's changed a little bit. So let's go to this guy first, so we can drop off these Troll structures. So I have 4 tunes across 2 accounts. I only use 2 of them right now for the PI, and it keeps me in everything I need for building. And so I plan to set up the 3rd one. I have the command centers to set up the 3rd one, but I just never got around to it. It's kind of like I said, the setup. I hate wasting stream time on the setup because it's kind of boring. So I'm gonna take you here and you here. Let's throw these guidance systems in here, and we'll open this guy up and move these over. Oh, yeah. So this one is one where I'm building guidance systems, but I don't have any troll structures that I'm building here. So that's kind of a pain. So I have to ship those in, which is just poor planning. But I had 90% of it set up, so it was just easier to do that. So you know, it's weird though. I've actually been thinking about some of that. Because you can make a lot of money extracting skills. And like I said, this guy's 21 years old. I haven't been playing the whole 21 years. I've only really been playing probably 8. But you can extract some skills from that. I've got a lot of skill points and make some good money. So I've thought about that. Unfortunately, I figured I would end up probably extracting the ones that I want to use, and that wouldn't work out well. So, but yeah, with not having to really switch anything, so that was 30 minutes of my stream that I just did, just picking it up. So yeah, so that's good. So the farm, your PI farm, made you rich. Now you were probably doing were you doing a wormhole farm or low sec farm? Null sec farm, okay. And that makes sense. Yeah, because those planets also are a lot richer in resources. The high sec ones are really bled out. So as you saw from that one, I don't know if you caught it when you came in, but the lava on it was, I finally found one that actually had 1 block of lava, and I'm struggling to get 20 or 30 out of each of my extractors, which is really, really low. But like I said, it's keeping me going from where I need it, so it's not too bad. For my building, so I have a ton of blueprints. I do invention. I do all my own research. So yeah, so I'm building a bunch of different things. I build components as well. So now that I just picked up some, I want to see if I got some. So yeah, I'm short. Of course I am. So I was short on miniature electronics. Now I'm short on Morphite, which of course I have to buy. And so I never get lucky enough to find anything that's got Morphite in it. But as you can see, so I invented, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, 8 10-run blueprints of covert ops cloaking, which will make me a ton of money. So I'm building the transmitters. I'm building the signature electronics. I can build both of the other ones. Actually, all 3 of these. The Morphite's the only thing I gotta buy. So that one keeps me going. And those sell really well. The damage controls sell really well. I need some materials to build these Fernite ones. But yeah, so I do a lot of invention, from T1 blueprints to T2 blueprints. Let's go ahead and throw one of these in there, so I can sell those. Plus that'll get me one of my air ones. The expanded cargo holds are my biggest seller, but I'm short on materials to build the nanomechanical microprocessors, so which they kind of fluctuate between being cheaper to buy and cheaper to build. So I kind of float back and forth on those, but yeah, so that's one of the reasons I do the PI, is to kind of keep that one going. So yep. But so let's switch over to my scan ship. So we saw there were 5 signatures between Hogamo and Venelin. So let's go ahead and scan these down. That'll give me my air daily for this guy. And we'll see if any of those are combat sites. There are a ton of combat sites here in Venelin, which is kind of interesting. So I'm going to pick a planet and fly out.
Warp drive active.
The Helios here that I'm using, one's gone, so I don't have it anymore. So yeah, I'm going to be short. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I think there were a couple in Kulin as well. But the Helios that I'm flying for the scanning is one that I build as well. So yep. Yeah, in order for the nullsec, if you've got a control tower, you got to constantly keep up with the fuel, which is my 21-year-old corp. We had a wormhole system. We did that for many years. It really got to be a grind, and I wasn't really sorry to see that go, but it went long before all the wormhole stuff happening now. That was probably 10 plus years ago that we lost our wormhole system, mostly because of inactivity. But yeah, but that was a good, interesting one. Yeah, and I remember the wormhole PI. It was much better. In fact, one of my characters still has wormhole PI set up. I just have no access to the wormhole system where he's got it running, so I don't usually run it, but I'm loath to tear it down because I may find it one day and then it would be profitable. He's got a bunch of stuff stored up, so I figure maybe one day I'll scan it down and see if I can find it. But that's kind of wishful thinking. Trying to find a wormhole system from scratch now is a specific wormhole system is usually not the easiest. Can be done, but takes a little more luck than anything. But yeah, so I have 3 tunes that I actively do dailies on. or I try to do every day. Try and get the 12-day I don't know, not escalation, but the 12-day goal, the 12-day reward, which is the 225,000 skill points. So kind of not really farming skill points, but yeah, I guess you'd call it farming skill points. But yeah, so those are the 3 that I usually try to do the dailies. If that kills the 2 hours of my stream, great. Then I try to fill in with other stuff. But yeah, just yesterday we scanned down command sites from the dailies, or combat sites, and those were, yeah, I think they were profitable from the mining. So one of them was a frigate only site, and it had a bunch of jaspit and hemerite and umber in it, and I ended up not even mining at all. I finally got to the point where I was tired and had to go to bed. So there's a wormhole. Let's see where that baby goes.
Warp drive active.
Adrenaline's always good for at least one wormhole. Sorry, ads. $702. End of lifetime. Yep. So no worries, not gonna mess with it. So let's jump to it.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, Venon's got a lot of combat ones, so Frerion's that's my other account alt. There's only one on one of my accounts. He can run those. There's 3 here, so it'll only make me 1 short. Let's find us an out of the way planet to.
Warp drive active.
I'm behind. Welcome back from the ads. Sorry, I was talking through the ads as I tend to do. So I have a lot of people who follow me on YouTube as well. So some of the comments I've got is, why do you stop talking like once every 30 minutes? I'm like, oh, that's the ad breaks on Twitch. Sorry. I said I forget about you YouTube guys when I do that. So I forget about you guys when I do that. Not feeling the love. I actually have a few viewers that when they're in here they try to do gift subs for everybody, so then it gets to the point where I can keep talking through the ads because everybody's got a subscription, so that's kind of nice too. So, and then I have several regulars that are not here tonight, which is kind of concerning me because they're usually at least one of them is in every single time I stream before I start streaming. So I'm really worried that something happened to him. So maybe he's just taking the night off. Dedicated miner. Looks like I'm going to end up scanning down 2 of these at the same time, and they're both wormholes. Check that out. Kind of strange that 2 wormholes are that close. would think the gravimetric pressures from them would offset each other, keep one from forming. What do I know? There's one. We'll jump on this guy. See if we can scan this one down. Alrighty. Not even close. Oh, we're getting closer now. Suspiciously like another wormhole. So yeah, between these combat sites, even if I don't scan down a combat site, which it doesn't look like I'm going to, we got enough combat sites to get the air for the other guys, so usually takes one. Unless it's a level 1 combat site, maybe 2 to get to 25. But actually, now that I think about it, there's not double 25 anywhere. Yeah, that is another wormhole. 3 wormholes right here in Hogamo. Well, that is nice, because we've done that too, where we've actually mined in wormhole systems on some nights, so if it's a quiet wormhole system, we don't like to invade anybody's space. Don't want to mess with anybody's POSs or anything like that. As long as it's quiet, we can go in there and just mine some of their ores. But that doesn't always work, because somebody usually wakes up and says, "Hey, what are you doing in my space?" So here. See what this one looks like.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. Which I can't blame him. I remember when I used to live in wormhole space. So, didn't matter what ship you were, what you were doing. You were in our territory, you're going to die. So this one is a trig. This one's a trig wormhole, which I'm not very interested in. Let's see how old it is. I do have some stuff in trig space, so indicator won't last another day, so it's 4 to 12 hours, so we'll save it. Just because I think Kragen's got a bunch of stuff in trig space, so it might work to his advantage. Today is the 7th, right? Eve time, it's the 7th. 5. I think we're still on the 6th. I think. Yep, 7th. Okay. Yep. Was it rolling? Funny wormhole story. Was rolling a hole, got caught on the wrong side. Guy offered to buy my rolling shift. There you go. That's kind of nice. That works out better than usual.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, that works out better than usual. I got out in front of their station. Yep. Yeah, I try to avoid the POSs when I'm out roaming around. So this is a R943. That might be high-sec 1. Nope, unknown. Same thing, won't last another day. So let's save that one. We might check that one out. 943. They seem to keep coming up with new designations for wormholes, because I have never heard of that one. 6. But check these 3 out.
Warp drive active.
Took the ship and paid me. There you go. Hit it. Did he blow up your pod after he took the ship? That would have sucked. Maybe I'm getting ahead of the story. Sorry. Yeah, see, you're better than me. I don't know that I would have trusted anybody. Have me jump out of my ship. Have me jump out of my ship to then blow me up anyway. That way they at least still get the ship. Won't last another day. Unknown parts of space. So this one could be one for us to do some stuff. So, hey, Bronzebeards, thanks for the raid. Okay, 162, 87, 0307. Let me give you a shout out. Thanks, Bronzebeard. You're awesome. So we check those out. Let's jump over to Cooling just to see. I think we only need one more for the daily, so we'll go ahead and scan over there just to see. But yeah, thanks for the raid, Bronzebeard. And yes, if you guys want to, Bronzebeard's awesome. He's a variety streamer. Streams a bunch of different games. eveonline is just one of them, but he's great to check out. Very knowledgeable in the games. So please feel free to go over and give him a follow. How was your stream, Bronze? Yeah, still 2 left here, so I'll just scan these down.
Warp drive active.
I actually could have gone into one of those wormholes and scanned down. That way I can see if there's anybody in there, but if we decide that's the route we're going to go, we'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to get the air ones done first. So unfortunately, if I scan them down now and find out there's nobody there, and then I spend an hour and a half doing the airs and then come back, somebody might have woke up. So it's just usually what happens. As soon as I start mining, somebody pops in and says, "Hey, what are you doing here? What you doing in my system? What you doing, Willis?" Sorry, that's a reference. It probably is lost on you younger guys. Different Strokes. Old TV show. Check and make sure my microphone's still working. Want to make sure my microphone is still working. But yeah, Bronze is a good one to follow. Like I said, he plays a bunch of different games. Always interesting. Always entertaining. Which is kind of the name of the game when it comes to streaming. So I have a lot of my regulars say that they watch Twitch instead of watching television. So because it's more entertaining. And so I'm like, yep, that's Kind of the way we need to be as entertainers. Nothing else. You get some people wanting to learn the game, and that's all good. There's a combat site. See, that was worth it right there. Because if we're going to do a combat site, we may as well do one of these. They're usually more profitable than the regular ones. Alright, so there's that. Let's just go ahead for kicks. Scan down this other one. Since we're here. Let's go ahead and scan this bad boy down. I don't think that one's gonna work, but probably gotta go bigger. Go bigger, go home. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, it's like I didn't see the red. That's because I was zoomed in too far. So yeah, Jerry Can, one of my regulars, taught me that when you get a mirror like this, you need to scan the one that's furthest from you. Now, in this case, they're right on top of each other, so I don't know exactly how that works, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it. There we go. So, that does work. So, I got to give him another shout out for that. So, it used to be, like I said, I probably went to the nearest one, but every single time, the first one would be a bust, and I'd have to go to the second one, which just delays the scanning. So he told me that almost always it's the furthest one from your probes. I had no idea. So that's another thing I like about streaming is I learn a lot from my viewers, a lot. I've actually been playing the game for, about 8 years out of 21 years. My character's been a lot, but I can still learn a lot. So I've learned a ton of stuff. So now the big question is, which one was the one I scanned? Okay, that's it, level 2. That's a level 2 site. So, all right, let's check out this wormhole. See where it goes.
Warp drive active.
See what we're going to work with today. All right, R943. Unknown parts of stage. It's almost at the end of its lifetime, so I'm not even gonna bother. Alright, so let's jump back to Hobomo. Jump.
Warp drive active.
So, Falstaff got all his stuff for the day. So already through 7. Excellent. And it's only day 7 of the month, so that's pretty good. Means I'm right on track. So jump to Fenelon.
Warp drive active.
Oh, you know what I didn't do? Crap. In order to do that combat site, I gotta bookmark it. The wormholes are already bookmarked, but the combat site is not. which I hate because I always do
Warp
that.
drive active.
I'll bookmark it so my alts can see it. Oh, let me allocate those some skill points. Yeah. Let's go ahead and apply it to this one. Alright, so let's do this. And that's the one we scanned down, so save. Alright. Yep, that's the one we saved. Yep. Alright, so now let's jump back. Jump back to Madeline.
Warp drive active.
So let's dock this baby.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so we'll dock this one up. I'll switch to my alt. I'll fleet up with Kragan.
Docking permission requested.
And then what I'll do is I'll have Kragan run a mission. He's got a mission that's about to expire.
Docking request
Storyline
accepted.
mission. I'll have him run that, which will give the corp bonuses, the LP bonuses to both. And then let's switch out here. Let's log off and do Rage. Rage against the Dying of the Light.
Connecting.
Oh, I gotta fly Rage back to Pauline. Yeah. But that's all good too. Oh, he's got 2 ships here. What's he doing with 2 ships here? His Vengeance is here. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to that. So I'm gonna have him run that site in a bit. Yeah, so alright, so that puts him here. So let's go ahead and let me switch over to Kragan. So this is my other alt account. And I am going to fleet up with him. Yes. Add him to the wing. So, and he's in his vengeance ship, so we're good there. So, and then actually going to set destination to this guy. So this is a storyline that I think is about to expire. only question is it going to give us LP? It's probably not. No, it's not. So it's not giving us LP. It's going to give us, I don't know, maybe. Stepping stone, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's not giving us LP. But we'll go ahead and take care of it anyway. You can do another one if we have to. Hate to pass up storyline missions. They're really good boosts. And the area is so close, so...
Warp drive active.
I gotta check and see what it costs for second training queue. I hate to spend my plex on that, but that's the way it works. Don't want ship skins. Training queue, 1 month Omega, 350. Really? 1 month of Omega is 500. 350 for a second training queue. Yeah, let's see how that works.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, so he's got enough for another month, but I could go ahead and do that, so. Figure may as well get rid of my plex, so. Of course, I should have did that before we jumped out of that station, since they're all in that same station. We can do it when we come back. We can do it when we come back.
Warp drive active.
Archaeology. Oh, good. Yeah, what else? Yeah, so it looks like Braun. Hey, CO2 Waffles. Looks like Braun's raided me, but then took off, so. But he probably was headed to bed, so I can't blame him there. So. Alright, so let's dock this baby up.
Warp drive active.
Check him and see, does he got something? Yeah, he's got nanite engineering in there, but you need to work on some other things. Yeah. We got plenty we can add in there, so.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So let's talk to this guy. Or this thing. Site contains ship restrictions. Destroyer. Cruiser. I'm flying a cruiser. That's alright. Starting to worry me there. Alright. And it's back in Venolin. You gotta be kidding me. What a crock. Fly me all the way out here to fly me back to Venolin. Ooh, I think I did try to remote accept it and it wouldn't let me, so I really should have grabbed something to drink before I came in here. I may take a break here for a second and grab something to drink.
Warp drive active.
So give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh, this is fine. Sorry about that. Actually, ice all over the place. Oh, so it actually looks like I missed an ad break. So awesome.
Warp drive active.
Just realizing I didn't have my normal hydration here, so or planning before I started my stream. So I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. Ironically, missing a lot of my regulars, so but that's all good. You might be taking the night off. Taking the night off, so
Warp drive active.
What's up, Despairlucio? Despairlucio. I'm just gonna call you Despair. All right. How you doing tonight? Thanks for being here. Very good. Very good. Every day's a blessing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, and every night I get to stream is even better. So, I'm streaming 5 nights a week now, so that's pretty good. Especially since I still have a full-time job, so which makes it a little difficult sometimes. But I usually stream 2 to 3 hours each night, so, and that's usually what I played games anyway. So figured if I was gonna play, may as well stream, right? And it gives me some really good conversation. So I appreciate you guys being here, because I'm gonna have good conversation whether you're here or not. I'm just gonna talk to myself. And sometimes that causes some arguments. So I tend to argue with myself from time to time. So it's just never a good idea. I never win those arguments. Kind of like arguing with my wife. So those of you, got a couple new people tonight, so if you guys want to check out, this is stream 50 for me for eveonline. So if you want to check out some of my other ones, they're all up on YouTube under the same name, BondarJR. And all 50 of them are out there. So thanks to YouTube keeping everything. So not sure why the distance isn't working out right. Actually, that's going to be a little long for that. So let's let them all get focused on us. No, they was hitting them. We'll let them all get focused on us, and then I'll throw my drones out here. Here lately, I've been losing way too many drones, so. I tend to start targeting my drones pretty quick. Yeah, see? There they go. Targeting my drones. Always the wounded one goes out. I think it'd be smart enough to know. Hey, let's not send the wounded one. It's kind of the sweet spot. Definitely going to target my drones now, so let's bring these guys back in. You know what? I'm going to remove these large collidable objects, because I can always add those back in later. I like that every wave has exactly the same number that I have for targets, so that's pretty cool. Now he's hitting. And once again, launch the wounded one. Have it scrolled all the way up. Like, why am I not seeing all those guys? Now I see. Now they closed. Now we got some cruisers. Here we go. Now we're getting. Still no match for my drones. Still no match for my drones. Supposed to give me a big, hopefully a big boost on Eldari. All right, and there they are. Oh, I gotta go back to Uria? Well, that sucks. Really, it won't let me remotely accept it? Yeah. Come talk to me. Well, that's just totally uncool. Well, you do what you gotta do.
Drive active.
Too much running back and forth. So, Despair, what do you do in the game? What's your favorite part of Eve? Are you playing Eve or looking to play Eve, trying to learn Eve? You don't have one? I'm kind of the same way. I kind of like everything.
Warp drive active.
Yep. I like those. I'm not a PvPer. That is one thing I'm not a fan of. But I'm trying to... One of the things I did with picking up the corp is I want to try and learn some more PvP. Just mostly to be able to defend myself. I get killed a lot. wormhole systems. I did a lot of stuff in trig space, which I gave up on. I'm not doing trig space anymore. But yeah, I got killed a lot in those places because I really didn't know how to defend myself very well. So it's gotten better, but that's just one of the things that's the only negative, and I don't really call it a negative, but it's the only negative about Eve is that it has become very profitable for people just to kill you, and I don't like that. I do get ganked on stream a couple times, so and that happened. So that's always interesting. But yeah, it hasn't happened, and I shouldn't say this because every time I say it, then I end up losing the ship the next day. But it hasn't happened in quite a while, so at least I try to learn from my mistakes. But I actually made changes this past weekend, so I stream Sunday night through Thursday night, usually 2 to 3 hours a night, closer to 3 most times, at 9:30 Central Time here in America to usually about 12:30. And then I take Friday and Saturday off. And so yeah, this past weekend I did a whole bunch of stuff to try and mask different areas of my screen in an effort to cut down on some of that, and it ended up making my stream pretty much unusable. Anytime I'd warp, it got like it was a slideshow and it was blah blah blah, and so I had to turn it all off. So I spent probably 4 or 5 hours getting that all set up the way that YouTube, multiple different YouTube channels showed me to do it, and it's like, that sucks because it didn't work. But did a bunch of testing on it, but of course all the testing goes out the window as soon as you actually have people on there watching it, because it looked fine to me. When you actually watch it on the stream, it's not fine. So but yeah, so that one was kind of disappointing. But then again, I think the more things you mask, the more challenge it makes for people to try and figure out where you are. So I just keep it pretty much open. But yeah. And honestly, I think I've been ganked 3 times on stream, in 50 streams. So that's not bad. And all 3 of them weren't them coming and finding me and ganking me. They were, one might have been, now that I think about it. One might have been. I was doing yeah, that's fine. I think the reward is just money, so yeah. All right, so let's go back to Vanillin. But yeah, one might have been where they had actually targeted me in the system I was in, and that one actually wasn't very profitable for them because Concord came in like 2 seconds flat, and they destroyed my ship, but they didn't get to pod me. And Concord came, destroyed all their ships, so I got all my loot. I salvaged my ship. I salvaged all 5 of their ships. I think I made out, other than losing my ship. But I think in the long run, I actually made profit from the salvage. So they all got killed, and yeah, like I said, they killed me in 5 seconds. Concord showed up right away. I think they killed me in 5 seconds, and they were dead like a second later. And it was a huge Concord presence. It was kind of interesting. But yeah, it was. But I think that was the only one where they actually came to me. I was doing combat sites, and they came into the combat site I was in and hit me. But yeah, so the other ones, they actually lured me somewhere else. Like, hey, can you come help me out? And being a nice guy, I went and helped them out, and they ganked me. So, but yeah, and one of them I should have known better. I was too busy talking which I think they probably counted on too. But I was too busy talking, and I didn't notice in locals that the people that had ganked me a couple days earlier were in local. And I was like, yeah, I should have kicking myself after that one. But yeah, you know, you live and you learn. So it's all part of the game. So, but yeah, the PvE missions are nice. I do planetary industry, so I build stuff for that. I do regular industry. I build a lot of T2 ships, T2 components. I mine in order to accommodate that. That's the other reason I do the planetary industry. I do scanning. So, what's up, Rack Lavin? One of the first corps I ever joined when I was fresh into the game caught me like that, pinned me down and ransomed to let me live. Made my own corp after that. Yeah. That's like I said. That's probably the only negative thing I have to say about Eve is that they allow that kind of stuff to go on, because yeah, that's just kind of ridiculous. But you know, everybody's got to do their thing. But yeah. When they ganked me and they knew I was a streamer because they actually joined my stream, and that's how I figured out that it was all a setup, because they actually clipped my death so they could add it to their montage of kills, and it was like, because they were playing like they were new players and they didn't know any better, and yeah, so, but live and learn. So. But yeah, I just this week left a corp that I had been in for 21 years, and that was hard, but it was a dead corp. So, and because of CCP's setup, I couldn't become CEO, so I couldn't really revive it. So, I was a director, but because I didn't have any stock, I couldn't do anything. And so everybody that was had a stock had been active for 5 or 6 years, probably 5 or more years. And so they really didn't have a mechanism for that. They wouldn't help me out. So yeah. So I just I have another streamer, Khaleesi, who's streaming. I think she's streaming right now, but she'll probably raid us here in a little bit. But she had her and all of her stream viewers had a corp that does pretty much everything, and so I joined them, the Drunken Beaver Mining Corp, and I've been real happy with it. But they are in a different area of space, so I have to figure that one out, because I'm probably gonna have to move. I'm kind of fond of this space. It's kind of a nice dead-end system. It has everything I need for my industry. Usually it has pretty good scan sites and everything else. Got connections to wormholes. So yeah, it's one of those where it's kind of like, meh. But I do want to be more involved in the corp. But it is strange because 214, that'll work. It's here in Venland. Excellent. No, it's in Railroadman. That's all right. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to go salvage those things. All right, let's go do this first. But yeah, so, but it is strange because I've been back 3 or 4 months, and this was probably my longest hiatus from Eve, which was probably, I should have repaired that.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Saw my damaged hammerhead there. I need to repair, but yeah, it was probably my longest hiatus, and so I've been back probably 5 months, and I don't know, what's 50 streams? 50 streams, 5 streams a week. Yeah, I didn't do them all. I was doing some other games there for a bit, but that's still, that's like 10 weeks. So yeah, so that's at least 3 months, close to 3 months. Repair all. Can't talk and do stuff. I don't know why. But where was I headed with that? So yeah, so it's kind of nice being in a corp where people actually talk to you. I said, I kind of, my old corp had no offices. We actually had a bunch of impounded stuff in trig space, and I was actually trying to get some of that out, which is why I lost so many ships in trig space. I was trying to get my status up in trig space, which is, it's not impossible, but darn near. So I finally decided the stuff that it was impound wasn't worth it. And actually several POS control towers, but I found out they're obsolete now. I actually had one of those, and I've had it on sale in Jita now for well over a month as the lowest, and nobody still will buy it because they're obsolete. So nothing like that. So I think probably the next time I head to Jita, I'll take it out and reprocess it, because I think I can use the actual components that are built into it to do some other things. But yeah, so with that said, it's kind of nice having a corp that's active. Kind of strange, since I've been in one for so long that wasn't. Just me and my alt. So I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Sorry about that. I think I got it muted. To make sure I unmuted. Yep. Did that once before and unmuted, and I guess I didn't click the button completely and talked for half an hour and was still muted. So, which was probably the same effect for my viewers, right? Since I tend to ramble, but yeah, I enjoy Eve. It's weird. I've always come back to Eve. Like I said, I started in 2003 when Eve was brand new. It attracted me because of these beautiful space scenes. It is by far the best looking graphic wise. Was in 2003. I think still is today. When it comes to space ones, you really have two types. You have the realistic kind of ones, and then you have the cartoonish ones like No Man's Sky. And so I really do prefer the realistic. There are a ton more ships now than there were in 2003. Ton new type. And so yeah, so it's it's changed a lot. But yeah, it's really nice. Like I said, it's still probably one of the best ones. And here for, I don't know, probably the past 2 weeks, I have only streamed eveonline, so I'm sticking strictly with eveonline. In fact, I noticed today I have Variety Gamers in my streamer tag in my stream. Probably going to take that out, since I only, at this moment, only stream eveonline. I may, if I do some streams on the weekends, I may do some other things. I do like to play other things. I do play No Man's Sky from time to time. That one gets kind of repetitive, but yeah, I do play it from time to time. But yeah, like to play 7 Days to Die. I've streamed that a couple times. Unfortunately, there's a ton of people streaming 7 Days to Die, so that's a hard one. There's a ton of people streaming No Man's Sky. I play Star Citizen from time to time. That one's so buggy, though, that's kind of hard. I try not to swear on my streams, but when I play Star Citizen, there's tends to be a lot of swearing because of the bugs. And so, hey, Frerion. Yeah, thanks for joining the Wolf Pack. Appreciate the follow. Frerion. That's what I'm going to call you, Frerion. So, but yeah, so do a little bit of everything. Oh, so I must have already got the DNA. Well, let's go ahead and kill these guys too. Save. I was going to say, what's taking so long? No, they went for the one furthest away first. Of course they did. So, hello. I was watching by a while and pressed the follow button, so I'll have the chance to watch you again. Well, I appreciate that. I stream, as I was just saying, you might not have caught it. It might have been before you got on, but I stream 5 nights a week, Sunday night through Thursday night. about 9:30 p.m. Central Time here in the United States, whatever that equates to in your time zone, to usually around 12:30 a.m. Central Time, my time. So about 3 hours a night, give or take. And I take Friday and Saturdays off. Friday is my date night with my wife. So try to, happy wife, happy life, right? So I try to keep her happy. And but yeah, and then Saturday is usually when I kind of work on my stream and try and do some stuff. So
warp drive
just
active.
to keep up with it. So, but 5:56. There you go. Soon I'll have to go to work. Yep. So, yeah, I get it. You know, it's weird. At this time, I get it. I don't get very many people from America. I get a lot of people from other countries. So, which is weird. But one of the other reasons. Well, this is on for I work a full-time job. So that's one of the reasons I only stream for 3 hours a night is because that's all I can afford. But I'm planning to retire here probably in the next 6 months. Oh, there's ads.
Warp drive active.
So for the YouTube people, there are ads on now. So I'll wait till the ads are over, in case they don't have turbo, so they can hear what I have to say.
Warp drive active.
It's actually kind of amazing how many people do have turbo. So I didn't really realize that was as popular as it was. So. Right, welcome back from the ad. Sorry about that. It was one of the side effects of me getting monetized was that they made me have ads, which I wasn't really a fan of. So, but it is what it is. So, but I was saying, yeah. So one of the other reasons for choosing this time slot this is when my wife goes to bed. So this is when I normally played games to kind of wind down. So I figured if I'm gonna play, may as well stream. And then number 3, I guess, is that I'm planning to retire in the next 6 months. My wife is from the Philippines, and so we're going to move to the Philippines. And this will probably be the hottest part of the day in the Philippines, so I figure I'll probably stream the same time frame because I don't want to be in the sun during the hottest part of the day. So I'll stream during this time, and it'll all be good. So that way I keep the same follower base even though I'm changing locations on the planet. So, since I've spent some time building up a follower base, so, or at least I thought I had. I don't have any of my regulars here tonight, so maybe not. Sometimes that's how it works. But I appreciate you guys being here. But that's a little about me in a nutshell. So. Alright, so that should complete my daily air for today. Claim. Yep. Alright, that takes care of him. Alright. And let's do the flex. The flex. Let's do the flex. Let's do the flex. There's a way to extract them, and I can never figure it out. And Moving so far away should not be easy, but the Philippines looks like a cool place. Yeah, my wife's from there. We've visited multiple times. We've been married, going, actually, just May was 17 years, so working on 18. And she's been here that whole time. And so that was kind of the promise I made her when I immigrated her over here, brought her over as a fiance, went through the whole process to get her status changed. She became a citizen here in America, that whole 9 yards. And when I brought her over, the plan was always that we would go back every 2 years so she could see her mom and the rest of her family. And then when we retired, we would retire over there so she could be with her family. So figured we'd be over here roughly about 20 years. And then we hopefully will be over there 20 years if I last another 20 years. I'm retiring fairly early. I'm only 56. So I am retiring much earlier than most of the people in America. But it's mostly because I'm moving to another country where it's a lot easier to afford to live. So, but why can't I figure this out? There it is. I knew there was someplace. So I need 340, right? So if I do shift, I think that's how it works. There we go. All right. I knew there's a way to do it. So it's a thing happening to a lot of people moving into other countries when retired because life is cheaper. You know, I love America. I'm a American through and through. I was born and raised here. I love America. I don't love what's happening to our country, but the main problem here in America is the medical care. It has become completely out of hand for trying to, survive your later years because your medical care expenses go up as you get older, and the price is just outrageous. The Philippines, it doesn't have the high level of standard medical care that we have, but it is so much cheaper. And so, I mean, everything's so much cheaper. Medical care alone is going to save me. And I mean, I'm better off than most. I have a high deductible plan that my work has provided. I've worked for the same company for 24 years. I have a high deductible plan that I have socked a lot of money away in, And so, I have probably enough, especially in the Philippines, I have more than enough to cover the rest of my life, medical-wise, both me and my wife, especially in the Philippines. But here, I don't think it might not even last me a year of paying Cobra, for crying out loud. And we're talking a significant amount. And so, but yeah, it's frustrating from that perspective, just from a medical perspective, that it's gotten so bad. I mean, the drug companies, they're all about making money. They don't want to cure anything. They want to keep improving the treatment drugs so that they can keep people getting treated, because you only pay for a cure once. But if they just improve the treatment so that your recovery time is less, and you don't spend as much time in downtime and blah blah blah, then people pay for that. And I don't agree with that at all. That's just, it's ridiculous. And so yeah, with that said, I'm anxious from that perspective. But there are some negatives. I won't have the conveniences that I have here, and that's one thing I've been trying to convince my wife, because she's become very Americanized. I said, yeah, we're not going to have the same conveniences that we have here, which, just makes sense. But I am a winter guy. I like the cold. My wife does not. My wife has not been comfortable a single day here. I shouldn't say that. The last couple of weeks we've been in the 90s, so she's probably been comfortable then. But she has not been comfortable very much here in America, because as far as she's concerned, it's way too cold. where I'm the exact opposite. Every single time I've been to the Philippines, it has been unbearably hot. And, you know, the last time we went, we were there 7 weeks. And it was, you know, it was okay. But let me switch accounts because you guys aren't watching the account that I'm playing now. So, but where are you? Nope. But yeah, so it was, you know, it's just unbearably hot. And so, destination. And so, yeah, so I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with that. So, yeah, since the healthcare system is for the most on the shoulder of the government, they try to heal you up as fast as possible. Yeah. Sorry, but now I have to go to work. Well, no worries. I appreciate you stopping by. So that's what they say, that I'll get used to it. And I think you're right. I have the times we've been there. But, yeah, we'll see long term. But thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night. So I'll be here streaming. So, but, yeah, so that's one of the keys there. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. I've been to the Philippines multiple times. I love the country. My wife and I have a couple properties there that we bought. Actually, I should say my wife has a couple properties there that we bought. We're going to build a house when we get over there. And so, you know, we've got a lot of that laid out and planned out. And so, yeah, we're in good shape that way. But yeah, that's the only one. We watch a lot of YouTube channels where expats living in the Philippines, and that's the one thing that most of them talk about is the fact that, like, Christmas doesn't feel like Christmas because it's hot, and Christmas here is always associated. We may not always have a white Christmas, but it's at least cold. You know, it's not 95 degrees. You know, and it's in the Philippines. It's 95 degrees every day, and so. But that's the other thing. They don't use Fahrenheit, so I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. Which I've never been able to figure out the metric temperatures. I just don't know why. Celsius, I just can never seem to understand. But you'd think it'd be easier, you know. Freezing's at 0, you know. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay, so I was coming here to do that site, so I didn't actually want to dock, but that's all right. Hopefully that site's not another frigate site, but we'll see if it's still there. Somebody might have already taken it. There's several people here, so. Let's see if it's still there.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we've got planned in a nutshell. So yeah, we're planning to retire first quarter 2025. So I'll be 57, which is several years. Most of the people in my profession wait till their 70s to retire and then die a year later, which I definitely don't want to have happen. So, but I'm hoping to live another 20 years. So that way we can at least enjoy our life in the Philippines and enjoy our retirement. So they say you should definitely retire before you're old enough to not be able to do it. Yep, the site's gone, which is all good. So let's see, do we have any others? Yeah, there's a couple others. So let's just do one of these.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, the one I scanned down is gone, so it makes sense. But yeah, the healthcare here is really the main reason for us looking somewhere else. I have a buddy that just retired from the FAA, the Federal Aviation Authority, government job. He's living here in America, not in a well-to-do area, not a cheap area by any means. And he's living just off, him and his wife are living off of just their pension. She was a school teacher. He was, he of course worked for the FAA, so both government kind of pensions. And they're doing really well. He says he hasn't even had to touch his 401k, and so that's really nice. So it does work for some people. I don't have a pension. I have a 401k. My wife has a 401k, but that's it. And they're not large by any means, but they are large enough for us to survive for a long time in the Philippines. Social Security, I've paid into Social Security my whole life, so I will get a very good chunk out of Social Security when I retire, when I'm old enough to collect Social Security, which isn't for quite a while, which is one of the problems with retiring early. But I plan to have my 401k tide me over until Social Security kicks in, so. But yeah, we're pretty excited. There are times where we're more excited than others. We're talking to an architect now, designing our house, which is frustrating. Frustrating not from the architect perspective, frustrating from my wife's perspective, trying to get her pinned down on what exactly she wants. Because if any of you are married, have significant others, they are the most indecisive creatures on the planet. I love them dearly. She's my second wife, and neither one of them could make a decision. But yeah, it's interesting because that's the frustrating part. No matter how hard I try, can't seem to get it pinned down where it really belongs. So, and the poor architect, God bless him, he is just a trooper. But yeah, it's all good. So we're, like I said, we're pretty excited. Counting down the days. We don't have a date actually set, but counting down the months, I guess you'd say. So we're in that 6 to 7 month range now. So we're getting pretty excited. Lots of logistics to handle. We have dogs. Why are you guys not taking him out? Missing. Maybe if he's dodging the railgun, at least he won't drones can do some damage. Getting hit. Come on. This guy unfortunately doesn't have the skills to use TT drones yet, or he can use some, but it's not all. And so I'm trying to get his skills up, which is why, which I never completed, I was doing those plex, so I can get those over to him. Railgun's missing altogether. Shut you off. Not doing me no good. But yeah, we have 2 dogs, so we're planning on taking them with us, which is kind of a challenge. In order to transport them out of the country or into another country, we have to have them seen by a USDA certified vet for 2 years prior to us leaving the country. I don't know who comes up with these requirements, to be perfectly honest, but they are interesting from that perspective. But yeah, so we've got that covered. So here comes somebody in here wanting to help me with my site, even though they see that I'm already doing it. So hopefully they take off. Well, doesn't look like that. Yep, there they go. But yeah, so that's really one, because we're actually probably going to pay a service to move the dogs rather than us take them on the airplane. I have one that's really high strung. I have dachshunds, so they're long-haired dachshunds, small dogs, so not a problem there. But I have one that's really high strung, so I can't imagine him on an airplane with 200 people. Never met anyone that he didn't want to bark at and have them notice him. So that would definitely cause us some problems. My goodness, these guys were right on top of me. Alright, I'm going to get rid of a few of these. Probably gonna have to jump. I don't know how they just come right in, right on top of me. There's several of the others. Try to do it a little more realistic, you know. Come on. Alright, my cat's gonna take me in here in a second. If we get rid of these ones that are right on top of us, we should be okay. No problem. But yeah, so moving the dogs has been one that's been kind of a stress. Oh, it's right back on top of us again. Yes, I see it. They keep jumping right on top of me, is why. Come on. Into my armor. Alright. Time for me to fly.
Warp drive active.
Go, go, go. Cutting it a little too close there. I can't believe they're coming in right on top of me. This isn't the one I wanted, but that's all right.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
231. I should probably get that from the bounties at least. But now the big question is, you know what? Saved. It looks like I saved 2 of them.
Warp drive active.
Well, let's see which one's which. So yeah, moving the dogs is probably the biggest stress. Because like I said, I have one that's very high strung. Can't imagine being on a 26-hour plane ride with him. That would be unbearable. My wife refuses to let him ride in cargo, which part of me agrees with, part of me doesn't. But then our other one is actually very antisocial. She wants to bite everybody. So, but luckily she's had most of her teeth removed. So, but that doesn't stop her from still being aggressive. That definitely is not one that is worth anything. So let's remove you. There we go.
Warp drive active.
I wonder if somebody jumped into my site now and is doing it. Since I had to bail. But yeah, so the dogs are kind of a stress. Want to make sure they arrive safely. They are part of the family. But yeah, my brother actually was in the service. And he mentioned that several servicemen that he served in Korea. He's been in a lot of different places, and he mentioned that several of the servicemen had paid for the service to have their animals transported back to the States. And so that gave me the idea, which was nice. Tear me up again. Come on, guys. There we go. Recharge a little bit. Here, we're really tearing through my shields. Ah, they're shooting at my drones again. Alright, come on, let's kill this guy off. Concentrated fire. There you go. I tell you. Come on. $336,000. So at least I covered my repair bill. At least the first one. So it does look like I'm probably not going to get 25, which is going to suck. Actually going the other... Oh, I did get him. Ah, excellent. I did get him. All right, perfect. Perfect. Yep. Welcome back from the ads. Sorry about that, talking during the ads, but I did get the 25 I needed for my air daily, so got those. Collect those when I get docked again. You know what I didn't? I don't think I ever cleaned that up, did I? Yeah, I need to go do that. So let's dock.
Warp drive active.
Alright. And Kragan, I really need to have him go out here. And clean. Oop, 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 that's not what he wants. I want to switch ships.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Docking permission requested.
All right, so we got all our airs, and it's 11:30. So half hour to an hour left. So let's actually claim these last two, since they're things you have to claim in a station. Hey, Racklavin. Thing about watching and playing at the same time, I'm not docking. Oh, wait. Yes. I could not agree more. Freaks me out. Because, so yesterday is a perfect example. I had somebody streaming in the background. I think I had raided... I usually raid Chaos because he's usually the only one on late. He's from Australia. So I raided Chaos, and he was doing sites, not anarchy sites, but he was doing sites. So there was a lot of, explosions and stuff going on with his. And I was finishing up the mining that I was doing from the combat site that I did. I found that there was some amber and stuff in there, so I was mining it. Of course, it only allowed frigates, so it was slow. But I heard all these explosions, and I just assumed it was Chaos. And sure enough, I flip over, and voila, one of my accounts is getting beat up by rats. And I was like, ah. And so, but yeah, I managed get control of it with my drones and recover. But it was funny because I was like, yeah, you can't always count on the sounds you're hearing as being part of your stream or your play or somebody else's. And so, especially if you're streaming in the background. So yeah, so docking. Wait, I'm not docking. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so that's always one. That's always interesting. So yeah, I just had that happen last night because I was just like, yeah, all those explosions, surely they're not mine. So surely they're not mine. All right. So let's go out here. What the heck's going on there? There we go. Let's go out here and salvage this stuff. We can actually get rid of this one. That's gone.
Warp drive active.
I always try to clean up after myself. I also use the salvage to build rigs. So one of the other things that I build. So it's kind of nice to have. This Kuleen is kind of a oxymoron though, because of the trig presence. It only allows you to have half as many target locks as you would normally be allowed to have, and that's kind of a pain. So I just finished the Tune's career agent, so I'm in the process of moving my assets elsewhere since that's where I want the whole startup running security missions. And yeah, random docking requests accepted when I'm trying to warp. Exactly, like, what? Yeah, I understand completely. Yeah, that's funny. Because I literally just had that happen to me. I was like, oh yeah. All these explosions. I'm like, man, Chaos must really be giving it to him. Yeah, Chaos wasn't giving it to him. I was like, man, that sucks. Luckily, I didn't lose my venture, but then I'd have really been pissed. But especially for not paying attention. That's the other problem, though, when you're mining in the background. Can't ever be sure. Hey, what's up, alien? Always did like the design of the Catalyst. You know what? I've always been a fan of the Catalyst. The problem is, it's a super gank ship. I mean, the gankers use it exclusively. Every single time I've been killed by gankers, it's been in a Catalyst, which is frustrating because I really like the Catalyst. But now when I fly into systems with this salvage ship, everybody goes, oh crap, and they start taking off, and it's like, yeah, I'm just salvaging, not here to kill you. But it's kind of funny because that's what they do. So, and actually, I'm working on Kragan, and you guys are over here watching Rage, so that's awesome. So, nothing like paying attention. But yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about this Kuleen. I'm in Kuleen because I'm trying to get my Ladai Corp rating up, because most of my research agents are with Ladai Corp, and which is good, but it's slow. And unfortunately, Kuleen has got this trig one, which gives a 50% penalty to maximum locked targets. So really kills the salvaging. So hey, what's up, Caviar? There you go. Yeah, I actually have the Catalyst set up to be able to invent the Magnus. So, and I've been looking at doing that. I just haven't got around to it. That's 9 out of 10 of mine. Is like I got them queued up to get done, and they just don't get done. I'll say it again. Use an MTU. I know. I haven't built my MTUs yet. So yeah, actually, it just said Chaos just came on. So yeah, I haven't built my MTUs yet. I got a BP C to build some MT, but they require some some high-end planetary economy stuff, and so I haven't just got around to those yet. So, but that is on the agenda, especially for ones like this. A lot of them, they're usually, you know, in groups, and I can do them pretty quick with the catalyst, but for some reason, every once in a while, they like to spread them out like this one. But yeah, I've seen a lot of the other ones that I watch when they do the combat sites. They do it, and it makes a huge difference. But yeah, I'm a creature of habit, so. Again, stream is choppy like yesterday when warp. Really? Because I don't have the blur on. The blur is off. So it should not be. And you're the first one to complain about it. So that's weird. Not that it hasn't been choppy, it just maybe nobody else complained. So I saw it but didn't say anything. Okay. Well, that sucks. Maybe because I still have it in there. I've got the visibility turned off, but that doesn't mean it's not. So in that case, Caviar, you might be right. It may be that the computer can't handle it. Yeah, let's wait. Actually, we got one. I'll actually remove them from there and do it. I saw it, but didn't say it. It's an encoding problem because, as I pointed out, it doesn't affect your camera. Yeah, the camera, everything is behind the camera though, so I wouldn't expect it to affect the camera, but yeah, yeah, that's kind of frustrating. Ooh, get the loot out of it before we salvage it. Ooh, quick. So yeah, I'll just take them out of there. Which I probably should have done anyway. I spent 4 hours getting it all set up, so I didn't want to just delete it and have it be something else, but it was pretty obvious what it was, so. Cap's gonna run out here in a second. Which is another normal occurrence. I think it jitters when there's fast movement. Yeah, and it's probably what it is. It's two screens of the game on top of each other. That's what's causing the blur. And when I saw the YouTube channels, there were multiple YouTube channels that said to do it that way. And when I saw that, I thought, yeah, that just doesn't sound like that's going to work very well. Because, you know, you're just kind of asking for trouble. But, you know. And like I said, when I actually did it, I didn't have any trouble in the videos. I didn't have any trouble with things. Of course, I didn't have any viewers either. So, but when you guys see it, when I was going through my stream Sunday night, when I was going through my stream Monday morning, I noticed it, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely, which was kind of weird, because I'm like, okay, I don't know why I didn't notice this when I was doing my testing, but what else is new? I had a nickel. Is yes, yes, yes. That's exactly what it was. Which, like I said, it didn't seem to me like that was gonna work, but it did. It did make it blurry, but and like I said, in all the testing I did, it didn't show any issues. But I didn't have any viewers on, so not a real test. Unfortunately, there's no way to test it without having viewers on, to be perfectly honest. So, but yeah, I usually try to test everything I can without viewers, and then have you guys tell me when there's something going on. So, but yeah, it just kind of hacked me off because I wasted so much time setting that up. I think I had to do it 4 or 5 times to get it right, to where it was actually what I considered blurry enough. Which, as I think Caviar, I think you're the one who mentioned it, it still was, try hard enough, you can still figure out which system it was, since you know where I usually frequent. So yeah, it was kind of like, yeah, which is always funny, because it's like, I was saying earlier in the stream, I think there's only actually been one. So this is stream 50 of EveOnline tonight. So, woo, you know. But one of the nice reasons for keeping track of them is that I can keep track of that kind of stuff. But the where was I headed with that? Yeah, for the life of me, I don't know anymore. But I've only been ganked 3 times. So, in 3 streams. So, pretty good percentage, you know. And out of the 3, I think only one of them was from them coming to a system I was in. They still asked me for help with a combat site, and that's how they ganked me. But the other ones, they lured me somewhere else, so it really didn't matter which system I was in. But yeah, it was kind of interesting, because it's like, you know, I don't know that them seeing where I am really made a big difference in the whole scheme of things. Now, I don't have that many viewers, so that could be part of it too. But yeah, it was the one where you shrink it down and all that, and then expand it back out again, and then take that and just put it over the areas that you want to mask, like this area here, where it says what system you're in, and this one up here and behind for my chat, and over here on this guy, and but yeah, so yeah, I think I had 5 different areas that's on there, so that's probably tying up some CPU resources as well. So it doesn't matter what I'm flying. They ganked me once in a Venture. Okay. They ganked me once in a Vexer. They ganked me once, I think, in a Mirror. But the Mirror they didn't actually get. They ganked me in high sec in my Mirror. And I was able, Concord, I think it was in Venolin. That was the one where they actually came to the system I was in and came to the combat site I was working. They said something about, hey, we'll jump in here and help you. And when they jumped in, they were the ones that had ganked me, you know, the 2 times previous. So it was like, okay, that's not right. But yeah, that was the Mirror. When they actually took out the Mirror, I did. But when they took out the Mirror, I think I had kill rights for all 3, honestly, because I think all 3 were in high sec. One was in Udema, which was still considered high sec, but the Mirror, when they took out the Mirror, Concord was there before they were able to kill me because of my tank. It took them probably 30 seconds to 45 seconds to be able to take me out. And Concord was there before they took me out and had already destroyed most of them. So, my tank. So I had an armor tank on the Mirror, and so I was able to hold them off for longer than normal. And so yeah, so that helped. But what happened was, so Concord showed up, and Concord killed them all. Oh, it's a Meridian. Myrmidon, I think is what it's at. It's a battle cruiser, and so it's one that I have on my main. So yeah. I always call it a mirror. Sorry. And so yeah, it had an armor tank on it, so it actually held out longer than I normally last when they gank me, because they're ganking me with 5 to 10 ships. So it's 10 on 1, 5 on 1. I think in this case it was 5 on 1, so they were a little understaffed, and I had a better tank. It was a PvE tank, but still. And so I held out longer. Well, Concord showed up in record time. I mean, Concord was there probably in 10 to 15 seconds. And Concord started destroying them to the point where I thought I might actually survive. Well, then they destroyed me, and the last one got destroyed like a second later. So I was able to go back, get all my loot, salvage my ship, my Myrmidon. I salvage all 5 of their catalysts and get all their loot. So I think I actually made money on the deal, because I had more than enough money to be able to cover everything. And so, but it was weird, they got the kill, which is what all they cared about. I'm gonna switch back here to Kragan because I think he's doing some salvage. But yeah, they got the kill, so that's all they cared about. But but it was just, it really didn't make much sense, because I was like, okay, this is just silly. You guys lost everything, but that's all they cared about was the kill. Oh, I got the kill. We got the kill. I'm like, okay, well, good for you. Because I actually made money on the deal. So, and they weren't able to pod me because they got killed so quickly. And so, but yeah, it was still a kill. So. Yeah, these all have loot. I keep thinking I'm in Kulin. So he's in Venelin, so I can actually have a few more targets in this one. And these actually have nice loot. Well, in some cases. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't know that. Learn something new about history every day. Thanks for that, Alien. Oh, see, I didn't realize that. See, normally, even in all the cases, in all the other ones, I was in high sec, they still potted me. And so, they didn't seem to care. They just wanted to kill. And like I said, they were on my stream, so they clipped my kill so they could add it to their montage of kills, which was, it's like, okay, that's how for the very first one, they actually lured me to Udema. I had only been back maybe a week. I had no idea Udema was a gank target, and they lured me to Udema and ganked me. That was the venture. I wasn't risking anything super serious that night, but it was funny because learning experience, But yeah, that was a funny one. And I didn't even realize until after I stopped streaming and went to bed. And then I laid there and was like, that's kind of suspicious. That seems a little too good to be true that it worked out that way. And then I realized, oh, that's what happened. So yeah, I'm a little slower sometimes. So yeah, I'm sure. Because that's all they cared about was the kill. And like I said, they clipped my stream. That's what showed me was when I was working on the stream to upload to YouTube. I'm like, well, who clipped this? And I noticed that it was them, the people that were asking me for help. Which I thought, well, that's weird. So yeah, it was funny in its own right, but not a ha-ha funny. But yeah. But yeah, live and learn. I gave Udema a much wider berth from then on, since I realized it, because everybody was like, you did what? Yeah, I had no idea. I was fresh back Didn't realize that was the new gank target. And oh yeah, I think they told me there was Kernite in Udema. I could come to Udema and get some Kernite because I think I needed some Kernite for something. And they're like, oh yeah, there's Kernite in Udema, and I was like, okay. And so, yeah, clueless, just clueless. But you know, live and learn. I try not to make the same mistake twice. That's my only goal in life, is to not make the same mistake twice. Not to not make mistakes, because we all make mistakes. But to not make the same one twice. At least learn from my mistakes. If that's at all possible. But yeah. So they've had to get more and more creative each time they've come in. The ironic part is, a couple times, they haven't even changed their names. So like this last time they came in, I think they came in a fourth time, and they hadn't even changed their names. And I'm like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. I'm not that stupid, okay? And he's like, hey, you know, can you help me out with this site? I'm having trouble with this site. I really could use your help. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm getting ready to stop my stream. I'm not gonna be able to help you tonight. Sorry about that. Really like to help you out, but and I'm just like. But yeah, you know, they try. You gotta give them credit for persistence, I guess. It's probably hard for them to remember who they ganked already. You know, it's kind of like lying. You gotta remember which lies you told who. So, had a tornado pop my synthesis and doxy at the warp end. Didn't get upset and opened the kill rights to everyone. It wasn't. But 5 minutes later, someone else potted him in another tornado. So they might have broke even caused him 2 tornadoes. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's what I did with my kill rights, is I actually sold them. So. Yep. Yeah, I think I did too. Because I was just like, yeah, if you take care of it for me, that's good enough for me. But we had GT Matt. He's one that follows Khaleesi. He actually went into Udema, I guess, yesterday and lured them all in and tanked them and killed them all, which was pretty cool. And he actually linked it in my my Discord. So if you ever want to see that, it's pretty good. But yeah, it caused literally like 100, 200 Concorde ships to come in because he was tanking them so long, and so many more were coming in that the Concorde ships just kept coming. So yeah, and I've done that. I think I put him out there for like 10,000 ISK, and so somebody swooped him right up, just so, because it's kind of like here. If I put something out on the curb and it says free, nobody wants it. Okay, they're like, yeah, you know, that's not, you know. But if I put, you know, $10 on it, then it gets stolen 5 minutes later, you know. So it's one of those where it's kind of like, yeah, I try to work it out so that the
warp drive active.
lure them into taking it, so they're actually getting it off my hands. So I want to go to Railroadman. That was where my other links were. But I don't have anything in rare. Is it rare? There it is. It might already be going, so. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what they think. Where a lot of times I'm just trying to bless somebody else, so I put it out there, and they're like, oh, if it's free, I don't want it. You know, it's crap. And I'm like, yeah, no, but you know, it's not something that I don't want to figure out how much it's worth and actually charge somebody for it, so just take it. But if you put $10 on it and then come back in the house, 10 minutes later somebody's out there with 5 guys throwing it in the back of their car and go, and I'm like, yeah, I tried to give it away 10 minutes ago, guys. I don't care. You're not stealing it. And they're like, go. It's kind of, I think it's human nature, kind of plays into the whole Eve thing. It's human nature for them just to kill because they can, not because it's, you know. And so it's like, yeah, I don't understand that. So, but if it gets it off my lawn, okay, you know, because that's all I was trying to do. Half the time the trash man won't take it. So, but that's the other thing. I have people, I put my trash out. So tomorrow's my trash day. I put my trash out. And I have people that stop and go through my trash. And I'm like, really? I mean, You know, I'm pretty blessed, but I don't know that I'm that blessed. You know, I mean, I kind of understand the cats going through my trash just because they might find a chicken bone or something in there, but other people, that's kind of crazy. So, but yeah, I think that there's just people who drive around on trash day and kind of look through the trash. So, 2 hours 36 minutes to Nurgle number 6. There you go. There you go. Oh, there's our ads. All right, so let's see if I did save it. I think there was only 3 or 4 rigs here, so I don't think this is a big one, but oh yeah, ads. I'm talking during the ads again. This probably wasn't even worth flying over here for, but we'll see. I like to clean up my stuff. Oh, ads still going on. Hey, thanks for struggling through the ads. So, funny thing, I took a Praxis with 68k HP to Doxy trade station after Synesis and undocked, purposely undocked and aligned to the gate and flew around the station just to see if he's trying to shoot me. Yeah, yeah. See how dedicated they are, you know? But that's the weird thing. Most of them aren't very dedicated, so... Why did that one drop? It's weird. Yeah, definitely not worth it. All they are is, well, I don't know. Some of those sell for pretty high. Yeah, 11 million. So actually, that's pretty good. Must be a captain one in there somewhere. Anything I can think of. He scanned and yellow boxed me and then stopped. Yeah. Yeah, they're usually not super stupid, unfortunately. I just think they're aiming for the wrong things, you know? It has T2 650 arteries and the cycle time isn't too slow. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, those practices are nice. Oop, I better loot this one. Yeah, 11 million in loot. Where's the high one? 5 million right there. Federation Navy. 4 Federation Navy captain ones. Million each. That's got to be it. That still means there's another 5 million in here. 6 million, 6 million. That's pretty good. Alright, I don't know that I actually removed my bookmark on the other one, so we'll fly back. Make sure to remove that. Actually, this is Rage, so let's set destination there. Alright. Let's go.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, it looks like Khaleesi's not going to make it tonight, so I'm probably going to log here in a few minutes, or she'll jump in right before I log, and then I'll feel guilty, so I'll have to stay on for another half an hour. I always hate logging off right after she gives me a raid. So it looks like Wyo's in there, Boojum's in there, Jerry Can's in there. What's up, guys? You guys showed up and didn't say nothing?
Warp drive active.
Oh, I was worried about you guys because I was worried about Jerry Can because I didn't see him as soon as I started to stream. He's always here when I start to stream. And so I thought, man, hope he's okay. Hope he didn't lose his retriever. I know he's been taking it a little easier lately, so. Have to see if my lows are 2 T2 gyros and 2 tracking enhancers with damage control. There you go. Yeah, I pretty much put a damage control on everything now. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't put them on my haulers. Though I probably should. And I don't know that I put it on my scanning ship, though I probably should. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I was talking during the ads again, so sorry about that. Nope, just fitting a Vexor. There you go. And a DDA with a drone omnidirectional tracking enhancer also. You know what? I haven't tried one of those omnidirectional ones yet. Need to. Alright, let's get rid of this guy, because we did salvage those. So let's go ahead and get rid of him.
Warp drive active.
Well, Jerry Can, so Vexor's a good one. Yeah, I was worried when I didn't see you on when I started to stream, I thought. Yesterday I saw you on when I started to stream, but you were sleeping, taking a nap. And then today you weren't there, so 54, yep. I love the long range. I throw rail guns on it and just sit back and snipe them all because they can't shoot me from that far away, so. Improves tracking speed of all drones, enhances range, explosion range, yeah, explosion range. Yep, I'll have to try that because I love the longer range with the drones. I usually use the rail guns because I love the range. Select all. Alright. Why am I at School of Applied Knowledge? Why did I come here? That's not where I would be. I tell you, some days, why is archaeology here? Yeah, I already have archaeology. I tell you, some days, select all, put them back in the catalyst. Let's actually go and land on the station we want to land on. So it looks like I bought archaeology and didn't need it. Go figure. No, it still says School of Applied Knowledge. Oh, this is Rage, that's why. Ugh, I tell you. No, this isn't Rage, this is Kragan. That's why. He doesn't belong here, he belongs over here. Some days, and if they get close, drones take them out. Yep, that's what I use. I usually use the drones for close stuff, so that way they're close enough I can call them back in if they start targeting them. When you get them out there at 54 kilometers, it takes them a long time to come back in. Especially the Praetors or the Ogres. They are the slowest flyers. But then again, if I try one of those omnidirectional, maybe that'll help with the speed. Let me check and see if she's still on. I'm pretty sure she's gone. Yep. So it looks like Khaleesi's gone. So yeah, so Chaos is there. So we'll go ahead and raid Chaos. So yeah, so Khaleesi must have just logged. or raided somebody else, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Let's jump, jump, jump.
Warp drive active.
But Chaos is out there, so we'll probably give Chaos a raid. Since I got all my heirs done, let's see, did I spend my points? No, I did not. So let's pause. Add my points here. Should actually cut it in half. Almost half. Start up again. $10,000 is about 5 hours. That's pretty good. All right. Now we're in the place we need to be. So. I didn't get any mining done. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Maybe we'll do that quick. Yeah, so he's just gonna dock. So let's switch back over to Rage. And I didn't do his PI. I always forget to do his PI. And his PI is actually the good stuff. So, alright, so transmitters. Oh, really weird, he doesn't have that many. Lots of plasmoids, lots of toxic metal. Okay. So Tyrol structures. Tyrol structures, yeah. So we're both of these doing Tyrol structures. That one is. Which is not very much. What's this one? Plasmoids. We've got a ton of plasmoids. So why don't we switch these over to Tyrol structures too? Other than the fact that that will overload us, but that's still, we can do it. Let's go ahead. Alright, so let's do this. Oh, start. Alright, submit. And then this one we'll switch over to CS crystals. So pretty much the same place. Yes, because it's doing the same ones, it won't let me. Well, it will, but it won't give me the same throughput. So that's probably not going to help me out that much, but let's go ahead and see. Not routed. Go ahead and route it. Boom. So all told, I've got incoming CS crystals of 27 and 29. It's just sad. Still not enough to cover even 2. We'll just leave the 2. Actually, that's every 30 minutes, so let's go ahead and add a third one. Oop, that's not one. Yeah, that's plasmoids. Let's go ahead and add a third one. Tyrol structures, instant, route, create, here. Non-CS crystals, create route. Alright, that should work. Submit. Alright, we've got 95 transmitters there. Okay, check. So let's actually place my metal large shield extenders with Tech 2s, and they go rainbow with each resist harder T2 and push the EHP to almost. That's pretty good. See, my T2s don't seem to be better than my metas. So I was using my metas instead of my T2s because the T2s weren't better. Actually, that's not completely true. The T2s were a little bit better, but they used more CPU, and I couldn't get them on there with everything else. That's what the problem was. On my Vexer. I need to try them on one of the others, but... Alright, so while we're here, let's go ahead and fly this guy to the custom office. Warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
And then this guy. Start. Start. Submit. What's he got? 75. Good golly, that's low. Let's do launch. Transfer. Close you. Drop. Alright. Customs office, warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
That's the second one. Let's go ahead and launch these guys. The prop, but that's just a brick. Yep. Praxis has 1200 M3 cargo, so let's see someone gank that. Yep. I agree. Alright, this is 3. Customs office, warp to 0.
Warp drive
3.
active.
Start. Man, I've got these spread all over the place. Start. Submit. 245. That's more like it. That's more like it should be. That's more than the other two combined. My goodness. Customs office, warp 0.
Warp drive active.
4. Start. Start. $100. Man, that's low. I'm gonna have to spend some time on these. Get them probably relocated so that I'm getting the best stuff. Alright, there's Madeline. Set destination. Close you. Jump, jump, jump.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, the Praxis has a nice cargo. Praxis is a nice ship. Which is really surprising considering it's a free ship. I think I've applied here. So there's medium drone. Apply. Okay. Still taking me a while to get that one down. Should have probably applied it to the destroyer. But that's alright. I need to get those ones. But oh, so that was the other thing we were gonna do. Alright, let's jump.
Warp drive active.
He's not there. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And perfect timing. Alright, so he did the Plex. Where did I put the Plex? There it is. Alright, so let's create a contract. Let's do this to Rage. Next. 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 Finish. Yes. Alright. Oh. Rage is going to dock, right? Where's he going? Oh, actually, let's go go ahead and warp to customs office, warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
Let's go in here and set these guys up. So that one's still pretty good, 60s. What about this one? 30s, yeah, not as good. Need to re-look into that one. 195 though. Yeah, PI doesn't take that long when you actually don't change anything. Dock.
Warp drive active.
So Plexfeld's got 350. Now if I go here
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
and say bye. Ugh, really? That was just totally uncool. I was probably going to put 2 of them in there. Get this item. Buy gift. Nope. Your character. I'm not sending it with a gift. Alright. I just want to buy it. Why is it buy gift? A lot of people buying gifts this year. Alright. Nope, I don't want to keep shopping. So why is it paused? If I bought it, crying out loud. Alright, put these in item hanger. Let's go ahead and send these to contract. So I got a him, so might need to adjust your mic position. It's a bit low. Okay. So I'm also a little farther from it than I usually am, so I'm going to also take out those blurs so that we don't have any problems there, since it probably still is trying to run that stuff. So those are the things I'm going to do tonight. So, except my transmitters, got those in there. Stack all. I think we're good. Actually, what was I building? Nope, still going. I need to do some more discovery. I've got a bunch of covert ops, got a bunch of damage control that I can't build. Yeah, I'm missing those. I gotta pick up supplies. Should go ahead and build these hammerheads. Oh, short hammerheads. Then let's invent these. Start. Helios. Oh, I'm just missing those. Well, that's pretty awesome. Hobgoblins. Alright. And we might as well go ahead and invent some more of those. Alright, what else? Yeah, these large shield extenders, they're the ones that didn't really seem to make a difference. I'm missing a lot of stuff for those. Whew. Oh. I wonder if I should build some of those. Oof. Yeah, I'm missing a lot of parts for all these others. Really low on morphite. I need to go get some morphite. So yeah, so here's my mobile tracker unit, which I'm going to build here soon, but it needs these, which I'm really wondering. Yeah, 23 million. Which, yeah, they're 10.3 million each, right? Yeah. So it shouldn't be that bad. 23 million, 1.5. So that's 23.5. So 1.5 is going to be 25. And another 23. So, yeah. So other than a couple of shield skills, I have all my shield skills at 5. Way to go. This is the big hit. That's for 10, so that would be pretty good. So shrimp miners, I'm still missing those. Yep. There's my Noctis, which I got a lot of Nox last night, but it wasn't enough. But I'm close here. Pretty far off there. So yeah, we're close. Yeah, I'm gonna need some Pro Raider. I need to build another Pro Raider because Kragan doesn't have one. Need to get those built. At least build one. What else? Do one. 3 days for one. Ugh. I don't think it really buys me much. I don't think it buys me much. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Signal amplifier. Actually, oh yeah, I don't have anything for those. Says I need 10 of those, right? I think that's what it said. Let's go ahead and build those. Yep. I don't know why that says 9. But yeah, we're need more fights, so that'll be one of the ones I'll have to run and do here shortly. So, but yeah, got some stuff in the oven now, so that'll work. So, but anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. So let me get this raid set up for Chaos. He's always a good one to raid. He's always a good one to raid. Alright, got that set up. So, want to thank you guys for being here tonight. I will be streaming again tomorrow night, so hopefully I'll see you then. So, feel free to tune in tomorrow, and I will see you then. Thanks again for being here. Thanks for watching. Take care, Jerry Can. Take care, Caviar. Take care, Wyo, if you can hear me. Take care, Alien. Appreciate you guys being here.